Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. I'm back at Universal Studios to check up on the various projects across the park. And yeah, let's go check it out right now. Here's a look at the NBC Universal campus, and this is the mostly completed side. And I want to show you a side from Lancashire Boulevard when I was driving up here, a shot I got of the parking garage being covered up, as well as the other completed glass on the other side of the building. So I'll show you that right now. But yeah, this project's wrapping up, and also this is part of a kind of a larger studio or lower lot studio renovation project. Includes a brand new employee drop-off area, which you can see right here, which looks absolutely incredible. Five Nights at Freddy's is now out on streaming on Peacock and in theaters now. It's got an A- cinema score, so it's a pretty good movie. A lot of people really like it. A lot of mixed reviews from non-fans, and I haven't seen the movie. I haven't played the games, but I'm very interested to see the movie. I love it's kind of a, it's like a take on evil Chuck E. Cheese, basically. It seems like now. Hopefully, we'll be getting that Five Nights at Freddy's Halloween Horror Nights house next year, especially because they are represented this year in the Blumhouse experience. I'm sure with the success of the movie and the fact that they're represented this year and they're working on a pre-production for a sequel already, we'll certainly be getting, I'm sure, a Halloween Horror Nights house based on Five Nights at Freddy's next year. Now, I know some of you in the comments below have always been, clamoring about Five Nights at Freddy's for 2 years now, 2 Halloween Horror Nights seasons. You've been telling me about this, and I had no idea what it was. So thanks to you guys, I actually have an idea of what this property is, already from just a couple of years ago. And I know one of you wants a Five Nights at Freddy's land. I don't think that's happening still, but I'm sure we'll get more Five Nights at Freddy's Halloween Horror Nights representation, such as maybe a themed bar, but certainly a Halloween Horror Nights house next year. Comment down below, have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's, and are you a fan of the game? Let me know what you thought of the movie and how it compares to the game down below in the comments below. No spoilers though, just in case people haven't seen it yet. It is opening weekend. People probably haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers, but just kind of a general review of the movie and where you saw it on Peacock or in streaming and where your theaters sold out. Here's a new look at the Fast and Furious project. They both start with F, so I was about to say Five Nights at Freddy's, but yeah, they're really clearing the former station area around, laying the foundation for the new station area, which we still don't know what it's going to look like. I'm curious. I'm sure most of the theming will be on that station because it's a terrain coaster, so probably won't have too much theming on the coaster itself, but you'll have a lot of theming in that station area, which would be super cool. And they hit that kind of from the renderings or concept art that they showed to the community last week. So I'm excited to see in more highly detailed concept art what that stadium looks like, or station looks like. And look at that. From last week, they've already really kind of flattened and graded a lot of this hilly area out. So I'm excited to see what the progress is next weekend on this particular segment. Let's travel over to the lower lot to get a better view. Not the lower lot, but the first level off the Starway to get a view of some of those footer preps that are actually happening for that long boost until the Immelman. And you'll see a lot of holes being dug for those footer foundations, which is super cool. Then just a better shot of the overall project site. Super Silly Funland is still getting a nice refurbishment. Again, this will probably be done in a couple of weeks, certainly by the time Grinchmas starts, although it'll be probably pretty cold by then. Alright, so another new permit was filed for this new locker structure that's supposed to come to the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey attraction. This is the second permit I've seen filed for this thing. It was filed last week, so I wonder if construction will start soon. It'll be just like in Orlando, where they take kind of a section outside of the main ride area and move the lockers over there, so it's a little less congested. I presume it'll be in this extended queue area because they don't really use this too much. They do use it, but it goes way back towards the steel tour, so you can take a chunk of it and rearrange the queue a little bit and put a locker structure here. I'm not sure if that's where this new locker structure is going, but it's kind of out of the way, and it would take, the queue would go through it, so people can get all their locker stuff done before they even get into the castle. Let me show you a little bit of the congestion we have out here in Hollywood, because I know those of you watching in Orlando or that have only been to the Orlando version know that this change has already been implemented and it's probably a much smoother process. But this is how it is here in Hollywood. Let's show you. So, as you can see, again, definitely didn't want to film in there too long because just a lot of people in general, but it actually wasn't even that crowded. But still, it's still hard to maneuver around there. People they exit through filters, then go to the locker. People are coming in the locker from the actual queue to put their stuff in, and then people are coming over there to take their stuff out. It's just a lot. As I just stepped in some gum. That's unfortunate. But wow, that's terrible. But yeah, it's just a lot of congestion in there. People shopping the gift shop, exiting the ride, entering the ride. It's a big pinch point, so I cannot wait till this new locker structure is finished. When they actually start construction, it shouldn't take more than a few months, I presume. I mean, Orlando's didn't seem like it took that long. It's not that big of a structure. So it should be done. Like, if they start next year, it should be open by next summer for the summer crowds. And I think the filing of the permit, again, this is the second one now, I think they definitely want to get it done, open and done by those summer crowds when the lines gets 2 to 4 hours, and there's a lot of people using the locker system. So I think they definitely want to kind of open it, test it by the spring break crowds, right? Test it open, test how the operations work. And by the time summer comes around, they'll be super efficient at it. So I expect construction to start on the new lockers for Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey definitely by January of next year, if not earlier than that, later this year. Again, no inside info from me, no inside info here. This is just my speculation on what I would do if I was Universal. Obviously, going to build a new locker system. Just another quick reminder that if you missed the projection shows here at Hogwarts, the nighttime lights or the nighttime lights at Christmas or whatever it's called, the Christmas show, will be back during Grinchmas starting on Black Friday, November 24th. Looking at this section of the Fast and Furious coast again. See a big X marks the spot. There are asterisks. Probably for some digging or something, but otherwise, this area looks relatively untouched from the last time I saw it. I'm sure they've been working here, but I can't see any visible differences besides maybe some of this stuff laying around. But yeah, we'll see what they do this week. They're actually working today. It's usually those construction hours, Monday through Saturday, and they don't work on Sunday. So yeah, they're really pushing ahead with this thing, and I'm sure next week they'll be doing some more stuff over here. So they'll be back either midweek or at the end of the week to check up on that. But let's check over to the main side right now. Looking at the mountainside from this angle, lots more, again, grading and terraforming happening, and a lot of those same trucks that we saw in some of those same positions or similar positions last week. Now, over on the other side, there's some footers, and I tried to get them. I didn't want to film over the wall over there because it was very close to the fence, and I'm not that daring. I don't want to drop my devices here, but I did try to snag a picture. So I'll put that picture up right now on the screen, and you can see hopefully some drilling, a whole bunch of drilling holes, and we believe that those holes are drilling for foundation footers that hopefully will be installed soon. That'd be really cool to see some foundation, foundations for footers happen. Maybe before Veterans Day, at least before Thanksgiving. That'd be cool to see how this project looks like on Thanksgiving, just 4 weeks away, 4 or 5 weeks away. But yeah, definitely by the Veterans Day holiday, that 3-day weekend there, I think there'll be definitely maybe even at least some foundations and footers for footers, which would be awesome. And again, it's right along the line for that long stretch where they'll kind of be zooming into that Immelman type of turn and inversion right over there. They'll be coming down over here. Sorry. Yeah, pretty massive site as always. From this particular side, they're still working on this side of the hill, and they're again continuing to grade and flatten out this area for the eventual station location, as we can see in the permits that we went over, the track permits. So yeah, they're ramping up on this thing, and they're just continuing to push dirt, but they are working hard. Again, they're working until 6 p.m. today. It's currently about 12:30 p.m. So got several more hours left to go pushing around their dirt and drawing. There's more of those X's over there. Those orange actually it's hard to see on the camera, but on the hillside, so they did some more spray painting of that over there. So that is yeah, they're really doing well here. Looking at the rumored Mayo Cafe, you can see some nice new brickwork has been installed on this project, on this nice facade. So hopefully it should be wrapping up soon. Again, maybe right when Horror Nights ends. Sometime, this should be open by Grinchmas now, probably maybe by Veterans Day. But again, it's the rumored Mayo Cafe, and all the brick has been installed, and they're just gonna do the lower level, and then they'll be ready to go. Let's go inside the Universal Studios store and see what discounts are. It's last weekend Halloween Horror Nights, so those discounts range from 30 to 50%, and then in November they'll be 70 to 90%. So let's go ahead and see what's available. Yeah, so see, things now 50% off, and then this does not include the annual pass discount. So if you, whatever annual pass you have, you can have whatever discount applies to that. You can add it up to here, so it could be potentially 65, 70% off with your annual pass, which is pretty awesome. The event shirt this year is pretty cool. I may actually have to go and grab one of these. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The event shirt, and then the bags. Man, again, this is also 50% off, which is quite nice. So, yeah, I did purchase that shirt I was just putting out in the last clip, but it's 50% off, which is nice, but there's no, at least on this shirt, there was no extra discount, which is interesting, because I remember last year, on top of the 70% stuff, I think they gave us an extra discount, so it was like a lot off. But that's okay, this is still $17, so half off of the $35, which is quite nice. And now we're just heading out of the park. Gonna see if there's any new progress on the hotel, and then heading back to the car. Day night 2 p.m. combo tickets are already lined up. Look at that. It's 1 o'clock, so still got an hour left. But yeah, the line is already forming for those 2 p.m. combo tickets. I was curious how many people were buying those. These people get Super Nintendo World access from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. during the event, and of course they can go right now when they get in. But yeah, it's quite a decent amount of tickets being sold, so that's good. So yeah, no new markers or anything that I can see from the hotel, but the same green ones are there on all the planter boxes. But I keep checking every single week for new updates on that, and of course I'm really trying to scan these LA County sites, building permit sites, and everything, see if we can get any more details, maybe some concept renderings of the hotel, just like the coaster permit. I mean, really, that coaster permit that was on Alicia Stella's video, I went to the site and I found it. Yeah, that layout, the track layout for the roller coaster Fast and Furious has been out since May of this year. The first geotechnical permit that was posted on that site was like May 22nd or something, or May 12th. And yeah, it had to layout on the coaster and there the entire time, so we could have access for so long. So I don't want to be late to the party this time. I want to try to go ahead and find some of these schematics, early schematics, and these permits beforehand. And the first permit for the hotel was filed in December of like last year, so I'm sure maybe they have something. So I'll keep searching. But until then, physical progress. You see a marker behind me, maybe. It's like on this planter box over there. That's all you see right now. But maybe next year get some actual digging going on. Maybe in January or late this year. But watching this every single week. Speaking of permits, and you may have heard me talk about some more permits in this video, specifically the Harry Potter locker permit. Yeah, I found that this week, and I posted all the permits, including some ones about the Six Flags solar panel project, on my Patreon. If you're a Patreon member at any tier, you can go ahead and look at those permit posts. I show you the permit, you can see it for yourself, and I explain a little bit about what's happening on the permit. Yeah, those are on Patreon. And I'll keep posting those for sure. But if you don't do the Patreon, those permits, they'll be referenced and even shown here in these videos a little bit later on. But if you want some early access, patreon.com/club722. Join the club. Yeah. And just like that, we made it to the second floor of City Walk, almost to my car. So that's just gonna do it for this Universal Studios Hollywood update. Stay tuned for updates from Epic Universe, Universal Studios Florida, and more over the next few days. Again, check out YouTube membership or Patreon for exclusive access and memberships and early access to things. Links are down below. And as always, have a like, subscribe, of course, and have an Universal Day.